Ladies and gentlemen, the presentation, let me tell you, one of the ISB faculty members visited NIDP. I asked them if they could go around the institute. They said, tell me what exactly I can do. And he said, hire an AI faculty that's available for $20,000 in US. What happens? If you get a faculty, then he has sick leave, he comes late to the office to the class, then you cannot, when I teach actually 40 students or 60 students, I cannot consider anyone. But this AI officer can consider everyone. We had that, in Singapore, they had a board of directors. We have independent board of directors. They said, how independent is independent? They have got a director who is an AI director. Yesterday, only 2 days back, Albania appointed a public procurement minister who is an AI minister. So point is that what is happening, all is at stake. That life is at stake. So this is the process. This is not only Kerala. One of these robots is actually teaching in school. That is what is happening. And this is real actually. Whatever we can say, and the trick, you look at the world actually. The entire world is about, it is raised for technology. Technology will dominate. If you are the technology, you can earn money, you have revenues, your GDP is high, all that. Only semi-grace is that little bit off because India cannot be left behind. That's the kind of talk that is going on. The interesting thing is that you have a Davos, you have a TED talk in between. There was a discussion recently in all the great people like Elon Musk, Tulsi Gabbard, they were all there. How many times India was taken? 50 times China was taken. India, no. That is the state in which actually we are lagging. All said and done, all those people who had spoken yesterday, but the thing is that we are lagging. And this is the kind of you can see the kind of path you take. All the digital companies, look at Facebook, Apple, all that, what is happening? They're increasing their stock. Is Apple a phone company? Right now it dominates all these things, mobile, music, telecom, all that. So things are happening. The digital company are eating away the physical companies. Look at this very important graph actually. You can see that x-axis, we try to do all these things. What we try to do, we do RPA, we build digital twins, we do IoT, all those things. What exactly we are trying to do? Digitization. On the right hand side of the x-axis, what we are trying to do? We are trying to create customer experience. We are trying to do all that. But digital transformation, value proposition happens when both the things combine. That's the part number 3. That's what we must understand. How do you deploy technologies so that you can create value and capture value of it? So this is what exactly the Gen AI's journey happens over there. It was started by McCarthy, but there was an AI winter. Why exactly AI suddenly has become a flavor and it was not there? The computing power has certainly increased. The number of honeypot that can do handle is gone phenomenally high. That is why things are changing. Look at TikTok, look at Instagram. Took 2.5 years to reach the 1 billion mark. TikTok did it 9 months. 30th October, ChatGPT launched. 2nd November, they declared they have reached 1 billion mark. So that's the kind of technology, that's the kind of the street that is happening in the world actually. When we are talking about the AI, I thought that this is somewhere cross-section between data science, between ML, between AI, all those things are happening. How do you crunch so huge data that's the data science? You have data from the text, you have from images, all that. Machine learning, normally we are doing coding with giving a code, asking the machine to do it. But right now we tell the machine how to do it about it. That's what ML is about. And AI integrates all that thing. So this is what exactly is happening. Machine are learning from example, you are not telling that. That's what machine learning is about. This is Polanyi's paradox. What they say? All of you just ask, whatever you are speaking on this podium, whatever you are talking about there, you know more than what you can tell. So there is a gap between what you know and what you can tell. And this machine, ML, is capturing all that to make it happen, to bring it to your tacit knowledge, it is bringing that. So it has got A's and all those things. Very interestingly, how AI can become a human. Look at the kind of phenomenal progress that speech recognition happened. This data of 2016 versus current data. 3 times the speed has increased. The image errors that was down from 30% to 4%. Image capture errors. The kind of, you have a self-driving car, all those things. Earlier, one error right now is happening in 30 million. So that is the kind of accuracy that is working. And all these things are happening. I'm not going to detail. I give a very fair of it. This is the open AI. I give it what is the training happening in AI so that you have a feel of it. The OpenAI makes a competition. This was happening in Tokyo, and this man, there's a police guy who has won the prize. It was told he's the last human being who has defeated OpenAI. Henceforth, no human being can defeat AI. This is ChatGPT again. The ChatGPT was asked to answer AI questions, and he ranks 3. So that is the kind of a capability that is increasing. Look at, this is called a state-of-the-art performance, very standard made on USMLE, and see the performance of all the different engines that is increasing. Right now it's all started at 91.91% accuracy. So something phenomenal is happening. You see, we had earlier medical images data, we have text data, we have speech data, we have some kind of a molecular generic, all those data is coming, you have heartbeat, all those physiological signal coming. All this data combined, can I get a better output? That is what AI is becoming multimodal. Very interesting thing. Look at this kind of a, look at an imaging over here. We are trying to do diagnosis through that. And diagnosis, after diagnosis, what happens? You have a, how the patient is going to move in case a disease goes, that's what we say, clinical projection. Then we say that, in case I give this medicine, what is going to happen to him? All these are getting predicted by the AI. So fantastic, AI-powered multimodal techniques are taking over. Look at the kind of images. You have a RAS, you have a CPR, the ECG output, again RAS, you have an X-ray, all these things right now, the entire imaging is able to do it better actually. And look at what happens when exactly this AI has the power of human being. That is what is plotted over here. You have the human baseline, you can see phenomenally over the time period how they are increasing actually. You can see already compared to human beings, image baseline is better. AI is doing a better job. Visual listening, it is doing a better job. Reading comprehension, it is doing a better job. So it has crossed the human intelligence. The point is that anywhere you look at technology becomes capable of human, technology cost comes down, then technology adoption happens. And that's what the AI, the product cost has been reducing. So future, all said and done, those people had said about human is intelligent, all those things happens, but AI is going to take over. That's the fact. You cannot ignore it. If you are ignoring it, you are at peril. That's all. This is whenever you go to a doctor talks to you, takes your clinical history, then talks about you, you have certain emotions, then try to find out, he tries to address that. He tells you the treatment. All this conversation, the better the doctor asks the questions, better will be the diagnostics. Very interestingly, this research was done, and the AI engines are able to prompt that kind of questions, what exactly doctors should ask, so that it can be a better diagnosis, and it's offering a better diagnosis. Look at the train number 5, that is LLM to SLMs. What is happening? All the SLMs requires less computing power, they are accessible, affordable, they can be customized, they are cheaper to develop, and these are all the, you can see Meta, Microsoft, Google, Mistral, Apple, all of them are launching their SLMs, and they become very powerful. So very interesting trends are happening. Look at, again, this is a insurance-based SLM somebody has developed over there. This is something RAG. What happens, you can see that red color content store. You give a prompt, but some RAG is taking over there and it is giving a contextual relevant answer. So that's what exactly, this is what exactly transforming the entire AI landscape. Look at the call center whenever we were discussing. We had a customer making a query, we had a specification. Earlier in 2023, the chatbot was asking by ye karo. Abhi kya hai? Entire thing, right now you want to make a payment, checking for a fraud, all these things has taken over by the AI. Look at a company like Salesforce, very very popular software in marketing. The front end, you can simulate the entire product launches, you can do campaigns, and you can get a feedback on it. That is something fantastic. That's what Gartner predicts that 33% of the application, they'll be utilizing AI. So this is the kind of change that is happening. Look at, these are the small agents. I was talking about the SLMs. This company, Hippocratic API, he has got an oncology doctor, he has got a pharmacy checking, he has got a disaster response, all different AI SLMs, they are getting better response. So this is what the trend is happening. Look at, whenever we go to AI, you find that inside, क्या आंसर आता है, उसके अंदर क्या होता है, मुझे पता नहीं. That's why there's right now train to XAI. Right now, look at right now the transparency index has increased. Stanford University, Americans has tripled between this. So what is that we are able to understand, able to explain what is goes behind the AI. So that is significant. Yeah. So this is I am not going to explain because how much time is left? 30 seconds. Okay, I'll skip this. I thought that I'll talk about the defense, but look at the kind of, I'll just quickly run over. These are the F-35 right now. This is not a picture. We are doing CDMs. These are all the things happening. This is, anyway, I'm going to the end point. This is, I thought that I'll talk to you. This is the first time infantry combat battalion, armored battalion, they are tracking a AA warfare along with the terrain, environment, all the details, they are doing it. So this is, I'm not going to talk about it. I thought that if I have time, I'll talk about it. But this is what I want to train. What exactly the train? You can see this is right now AI now, the horizontal axis, and this is going to be AI future. What exactly we are trying to talk about? This zone actually. This is the zone in which we are actually working. Narrow eye, meta learning, all those things. But point is that you have a graceful degradation. Some uncertainty happens. Some like COVID happens. How do your AI system responds? Can it still operate at a reduced efficiency? That's what the things are happening. Seamless transfer of the control. So that's what from right now, from this end, right now movement is going to the other side. You have a cloud computing, of course many people talked about it. But we have edge computing. Edge computing, you have a great AI, you have a lot of federated learning, a lot of things are happening, distributed, all those things are happening. So this is the future of AI, how it is going to be more and more intelligent and how the prediction path will be there. That's what I thought that I'll bring it out. Look at a couple of use cases. Look at Tesla. You have an app in the car, so that app is being utilized to improve the safety, improve the performance, improve the infotainment, saving $2.7 billion. GE, they were designing turbine, they have gone for 20% efficiency improvement, and that is going to generate a revenue of $100 million. Airbus, they are using 3D printing, and the entirely energy production has reduced, energy consumption has reduced by 90%, and the aircraft parts reduce material use by 90%. That's what the journey to sustainability. Look at Audi. What Audi is doing, you have virtual showrooms. And virtual showrooms, you thought that human beings want that, it will be able to sell less. It is selling 60% more. That's the kind of the future that we are having. Nokia, we have a lot of complaints, mergers and acquisitions. 70% McKinsey says that 70% merger acquisition becomes failure. Nokia has used this and it has made this shortened the lead time. That's what is happening. So this is what exactly I am throwing the question in case you are AI journey in the future. As an industry, we are looking at these questions. First of all, you are asking where exactly you want to take your business future and whether AI is a solution, something else can be a solution. That's the first question. Second question that we are asking, do you have the leadership culture? Do you have the leadership models? And do you have the skill set to apply for it? Have you got a skill taxonomy in your organization? Third thing is that data is the engine. And do you have accessible data, structured data, exploitable data? Are you gathering the data in a continuous fashion? That's the third question. Fourth is that you have the data, but do you have a scalable computing power, LLM, TPUs, GPUs, high bandwidth memories, all that. And finally, do you have the models, SLMs, specific to your context? So in case you can do this, that is what the industry is looking forward. That's my path for the industry. Thank you so much. So this is about all of your education. You can see language translation. Go back. Just a last slide. Yeah. Just tutoring practice, behavior tracking, grading feedback, interactive session, homework management. All these, already there are several tools. Utilize it, make it more attractive. And together with, that's what the earlier answer was, that human working with AI will always do better. Here, the moment it improves the capability of the human capabilities which by AI and it is cost effective, AI is going to deliver. So in case we don't put in the race, we are not utilizing, you'll be out of the race, somebody will compete, somebody will win. That's the only message that I want to give it. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, sir. We are truly honored to have you here. Thank you once again. Now, moving ahead, next we have Anuj Bhatnagar, Director India Service at SLMs. He brings 19 years of diverse industry experience and currently leads service for the Indian region at SLMs. He provides